Okay, everybody, this is the second screencast in the converting the HTML template into a WordPress theme. And as you can see, this is the template that we're converting. We've gotten far enough to the front page where we are printing out the HTML. Let me show you how that is. So what I did was I actually split the template up. I did some work ahead of time and split the template up into what we call template parts. We're using the WordPress function get template part right here. If you want to know more about that, let's see here. Let's take this over here. Go to the WordPress codex. Actually, it's right here. So get template part. And you can read more. It says a load a template part into a template makes it easy for a theme to reuse sections of code in an easy to overload and in an easy to overload way for child themes. Includes the name template part for a theme or if a theme is or if a name is specified, then a specialized part will be included. If the theme contains no slug.php file, no template part will um, be included. The template is included using require, not require once. So you may include the same template part multiple times. Um, for the name parameter, if the file is called slug-special.php, then specify the special. Okay, I garbled that up. So, but just go to the codex and look how they have some examples in here that you can take advantage of. So I did that because my themes are built to allow multiple developers to check out the templates right here. Here are the template parts. So here's a slider template right here, front page slider. So this allows our developers to individually work on the templates. Um, uh, this is this discography. I'm sorry, this is the slider template. I was looking at that like what? All right, so again, so a developer could be working on the slider part of the front page. Somebody else can be working on the gallery, latest news. So that's why we separate the front page.php and using this function right here. Also, if you looked at the front page, if you looked at the template parts, you saw another uh, WordPress tag or function that we use, which is the bloginfo function. And the bloginfo function can take in several parameters. So if we go back to the WordPress, if we go to the codex and we type in blog, come on, blog info, it'll take us to the function reference and you can see all the parameters that it takes. It's a site information to display. There's no default value, but some of the some of the possible values for show are the name, description, the WP URL, the URL, the admin email, the char set, the version, HTML type, style sheet URL, style sheet directory, template URL, which is what I'm using right here. Oops, let me get back there. The template URL is what I'm using for the absolute paths on these images. So I'm getting the absolute paths on these images using the template URL, and this will be the thing that I use just to show the images. So the images right here are shown because of the template URL. And as you can see, if you inspect the images, they actually get the absolute path to the images. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that it gets the absolute path to the images. So that's why I'm using that tag. So what we want to do is we want to finish off this front page theme by putting in our HTML and CSS. And wow, that just looks so clean. So again, we do this within the footer, within the footer.php. So if we come here, we want to go ahead and pass our CSS and our JavaScript. So if we go back to the theme, to the template, we see we have all these CSS files. And we have this one JavaScript file here at the top. So what I want to do is I just want to go ahead and copy all of these real quick. And I want to take them to my functions.php. So if I open up my functions.php, I have a big commented section right here, big comment block that tells you how to use it. I got this comment block from Theme Hybrid. If you go, I use a theme developer framework called Theme Hybrid. So this is the theme framework that I use to build my WordPress themes. Now it doesn't do, it's a developer theme framework. So again, I would definitely encourage you all to go and learn first in general about HTML theming, and then come and use one of these frameworks. Better than using like a template builder or one of those WYSIWYG editors. This actually allows you to dig into the code. So if we come back here, I went in and got the core theme, one of Theme Hybrid's core themes, which I think is this one, Hybrid Base. And I basically, just took and modified the comment block for what I needed it. And then we have the trailing slash it function. And of course, we're using the Git template directory. And I'm calling the Theme Hybrid library at the top of my function file, and I'm requiring it once. And then I'm basically calling the class new hybrid. And then I'm actually using a hook, an action hook called after theme setup. And if that function exists, which is also taking my theme prefix and I'm doing the theme setup, then I'm actually in this function, I'm doing basically all of my calls, all of my hooks that are running in my theme run in after themes, basically run in the after theme setup function. So the after theme setup hook is the only hook that is called outside of this function. All of my other hooks and other tags like theme support tags, my nav menus, all of that, my remove actions, my some of the stuff that WordPress puts in by default. I'm running that all in my theme setup because I want that to be done when my theme is called. So one of the things that I need to do in order to get my scripts and style tags in is to run this action called WP onQ scripts. And with that, I have a prefix function called named after the theme, and then theme scripts. And so that function is being ran right there. And if I come down here, the function is right here. So I'm saying if that function exists, here is the prefix, and then here's the function. Here's the if statement. If that function doesn't exist, I'm sorry. And that's the same thing up here if that function doesn't exist. So we don't have function collisions. I don't really need these anymore because we don't worry about anything less than the IE9. So I take that out. This is just my boilerplate code right here. If you need to call these constants, you can, but I only need them if I need a conditional style sheets, which on this one I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paste my CSS style sheets in here. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to count these. So I got 6, 9, 12, 16. So I got 16 style sheets. So I need to copy this like 16 times, like 15 times. So that's what I'm going to do. And these are going to go onto the head of my they're going to go into the head of my theme. So let me just copy these over. And I'm going to just replace them right here. So I have all of my scripts now registered, scripts and styles registered. So I registered, I used the WP register style and the WP Enqueue style. The WP register style, I put in the handle, which is the ID of the tag and the path. And it doesn't depend on anything. And here is the version number. And then I onqueued it, which is going to be onqueued through the WP head function. And with the scripts, I registered, so like Modernizer, I had to deregister the script Modernizer because WordPress calls this. And then I registered a local version of Modernizer and the path to it. And it's going to be called through the WP head function. Same thing with jQuery. I got rid of the WordPress version and I'm calling a local version. But this time it's going to be with the flag of true. It's going to be called in the footer. So, and then I onqueued script with that. And the same thing for all of these other ones right here. Masonry is a special one because WordPress doesn't use masonry, and masonry is a part of isotope. So I had to deregister that script. So all of these, this function, this action right here, is going to be called right here in our WP Enqueue scripts for the theme setup. If I go ahead and I commit that, code, all right, and then I go ahead and push that. So now if we come back to the front page, we have a fully almost working front page. We have a JavaScript. Looks like we might have a JavaScript error because the slider is not working right, as you can see. So let's see what the JavaScript error is. See, jQuery is not defined. So let's go back here and look at jQuery real quick. And let's see what's going on with the jQuery. We got jQuery local. Come back over here. Let's see here. Supersized. Looks like we have our jQuery might not be getting called. When we see all these jQueries not defined, situation. So let's go ahead and view the page source. Come down here to our jQuery file. Oh, no, here's a jQuery file. We have all of our JavaScript being called. So let's see where these errors, because we're not getting these same errors on our template page. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, the only thing it's not finding is so the only thing it's not finding, it's not loading a resource. So on here, so what we need to do is we need to go over here to the template to make sure everything is getting loaded. So we've got supersides and isotopes. Supersides, isotope, news. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we have a couple of these that are not getting called. Audio. I see audio, but I don't see hover directory and I don't see nav. All right, so let's copy a couple of these. So news is not even supposed to come before audio. So one, we have news going wrong right now. So let's go ahead and put news down one. And so we have audio, and so we want the hover directory and we want the jQuery nav. So let's copy this. And so let's get the hover directory, call that. Copy that right there, paste it right there. And we want to give it a handle of hover dir. Oops. So I'll paste that right there. And let's call this one right here, this nav. So we have that. So save that. Let's go ahead and commit this. Added 2 more JS files. Push that. That might not fix the error, but at least we know we're loading the correct amount of files. Oh, it did fix the error. Okay. So now, so that was what was causing our thing, but then now our audio is messing up. So let's see here. Let's make sure that our audio, let's make sure that we have everything. Discography, fancy box, fancy media, color picker, so we have everything being called. So it's not exactly like the front page as far as just, we have the issue of the media player right here. We got to figure out why that might not have error. Let's see. The error handling is error loading the first audio file. So let's see what's going on with that. So if we come over here and, oh, I know what the problem is. If we come to the audio player, music player, yeah. So the problem is that we need a template tag. It's not gonna play anything if we don't have a template tag. So let's get the template tag there. So blog template, and I have my snippets for my Visual Studio Code, which does all this for me. So it's easy for me to put it in there. And let me put it right here for the data source for those, and the data source for that. And I think everything else is cool. So save that. And now our front page should be complete. Added path to audio files. Alrighty. So now Shift R. And now we should be good. Yeah, so here's the music player. The music should play. Yeah, so the music plays, so we're good. So I want to thank you for watching this video. This is the front page. Instead of it being the same color as this right here, which is a bluish color, it has the same thing. But now this is a fully functional WordPress theme on the front page. Look out for some more tutorials. We're going to build out this front page, and I'm going to show you how to populate this with dynamic data. So just get ready to look out for that, and stay tuned.